this last game? It looked like you had them covered most of the day until that final run when the 22 got by. What were you battling?
Really, I just got a poor restart when I was the leader, and then last year I didn't get a good one again, and couldn't race him through turns 1 and 2. So the cars were very equal. We saw that the run just before that final run there, and I could get a gap on him through traffic after 30-40 laps. But for the first 30, you know, he was awfully quick, and I had my hands full there, and I just didn't get a good restart and cost myself the win.
What does this kind of run today do for you and this team in terms of the overall chase and the championship?
Well, it gets us right back in the thick of things, and I think a lot of people overreacted last week about an 18th place finish, where we probably should have finished about 10th or 8th, but the contact late damaged the car, and we slid back. But this is a great race team, and we proved it today. We proved it at Chicago, but we ran out of gas and didn't finish where we were supposed to, and it's the same team that's won 5 championships in the past. And it's a team I'm very proud of and a very big part of, and I look forward to what this Lowe's team is going to do in the future.
Hey, well done, bud.
Thank you.
Let's go to Dave Burns.
A third-place finish for Carl Edwards and a tie at the top of the championship, but one mistake on pit road today. Carl, did that cost you the race?
Did you guys notice that? You saw that?
That was big. Everyone saw, unfortunately, yeah. And you were kicking yourself after the race, I know.
That was really, really, really dumb. And fortunately, we had a lucky caution there, and I got the lap back, but that was bad. So my guys did a really good job. And I got to thank Aflac, Ford, Scott, Subway, Kellogg's, Sprint, and all the fans for sticking around out here with this inclement weather. But man, we had the car that could win. It's completely my fault that I didn't have a chance to run up there. But the coolest thing was after the race, my guys, they said they're behind me 100%. We're going to move on, go to Kansas. And at the end of the day, we did make up some ground. But it's
Talk about that charging at the end, though, too.
But yeah, it was as hard as I can drive. That's it. So it's fun, but man, it's hard to get over that in the car when you make a mistake like that. That's so bad for the day and so bad for everybody that's put so much effort in. But it's really cool. My guys are behind me, so excited to go take this Aflac Fusion to Kansas and hopefully put on a good show there.
Yep, they all came by, patted him on the back, and said we'll get him next week. Jamie.
And Jeff Gordon, gosh, what a day. Started 34th, Jeff, and he ended up 12th. I know you're not that happy with it, but what's up with those restarts? I think that was probably the culprit today.
Yeah, that's been a struggle for us here at this track this year. Just super, it's like there's no air in the front tires for the first 8 laps, and so we just don't have any speed to take off. And then once we get going there, then we got a great race car, you know. So it started off good, and we worked our way forward pretty quick from that 34th position, which we were hoping to do. But you know, once we got up there, I mean, I made some mistakes today, and we just didn't have it on the restarts. But other than that, you know, we've had a great fight from this race team. I'm so proud of the effort. I just, you know, we got to run better than that.
You lost 4 positions in the points. You're 9th now, but moving on to Kansas, what do you think you guys will have there?
Well, we gained on some, lost on some others. It was such a, you know, it's so tight right there all the way back to 9th or 10th. So we, you know, Kansas is a great track for us. I can't wait to get there. You know, if we can run the way we ran there earlier in the year, then we'll make up a bunch of those points that we lost today.
It was a good day today for Jeff Gordon, who had his worst start of the year, but ended up 12th. Alan?
Hi, Jamie, thanks. The mention of Kansas, where we go next Sunday. As we look ahead at the upcoming schedule for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, 7 races remaining in the season. A couple of mile-and-a-halfs, and then a big wild card up next. And then one right after that, Martinsville. Those are the remaining races of the season. Like to join us at the track, NASCAR.com/tickets. And we had some good racing this season. Got some great racing left to go to determine who the champion will be. So the Miles the Monster trophy there with that 22 diecast car tucked in the upraised right hand after Kurt Busch wins today. Let's talk to some more of the top finishers from today. 5th place was Matt Kenseth.
Well, Alan, back in May, Jimmy Fittig made a 2-tire call, and he put him in victory lane. Today, there was a 4-tire change in that final stop. Was that the difference?
I don't think that was the difference. I mean, when I look at the scoreboard, all them guys, you know, Carl got behind speeding or something, but all them guys outran us the last couple runs. So, you know, that's what won it in the spring. But we had a real fast car, and we just got off a little bit toward the end of the race. But we had a great pit stop the last run. The car was back to normal, and glad we could get back up to 5th.
Another top 5 finish now with 7 to go in the chase. What's your mindset toward this championship?
My mindset is just finish the best you can. I mean, the only car and team we can control is our own, so we just go out and race hard every week. Hopefully we can keep getting some finishes. We've had really fast cars the first 3 races of the chase. I really couldn't ask for any more, but we just got to get the finishes every week and, you know, just keep clicking them off one at a time.
Okay, Matt. Kenseth finishes fifth today, still seventh in the points. Dave.
Just ahead of him was the top finishing non-chase driver. That was Casey Kane. First time in the top 5 finishing here, Casey. How'd you guys do it?
Well, we had a strong Red Bull Toyota throughout the race, and at times we were the best car. But at the end I got a little bit tight. Then I had a great restart, and I thought we could get to second, and Jimmy just was coming down, getting into one, so I let him go rather than wreck him, and that was kind of our race. But we ran well. The team's still fighting hard, even though there's some uncertainty with the guys. Some of the guys, the Red Bull guys, are still fighting hard and doing a really good job. Kenny Francis called a good race, and we were right there all day.
Don't count them out yet this year. They're still running fast in the 4-car. Jamie?
And Brad Keselowski talking it over with his crew chief, Paul Wolf. Brings it home 20th today. You only lost 3 spots, and you guys are still right there in the hunt. What was today like for you guys?
It's just a kick in the butt, that's for sure. Both Kurt and I had great Penske Dodges, and I want to thank everybody at Penske and Dodge for giving us fast cars. Just caught a bad break there. Looks like we ran over something, and it knocked the power steering bell off the car, and all these big piles of rubber, we must have hit one, and it just came up inside the car and knocked it off. And we lost a lap in that, and just couldn't get it back till right to the end, and just wasn't meant to be for us. Had a very fast car, and probably should have had a top 5 day, but I guess I didn't have the golden horseshoe today.
It was a roller coaster indeed for Brad Keselowski.
All right, Jamie, thanks. And as we look ahead, motorsports coverage continuing tonight on ESPN2 with the Auto Plus NHRA Nationals Finals from Reading, Pennsylvania. And NASCAR Now with more post-race coverage from here in Dover. That's at 10 Eastern Time tonight on ESPN2. The Monday Roundtable, diving into some of this championship and the ups and downs of this day. 2:30 Eastern ESPN2 Monday. And then it's on to the Kansas Speedway with the NASCAR Nationwide Series Saturday. And the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Sunday. Coverage presented by Dodge. That's ESPN at 1 Eastern for race 4 in the chase. Well, you said it was going to happen. It did. The standings have taken a big shakeup. Final thought for the day?
Yeah, they sure have. It's going to be a great race to see who's going to win this championship. I was impressed with a lot of the non-chasers running up in the top 5, finishing in the top 10. Kane, Allmendinger, Boyer, Ambrose, Jeff Burton finishing in 11th today. So I think it's going to continue to be that. And these non-chasers could be a big factor in these points as we get to the end.
And Tony Stewart, he was not looking forward to this race. Knew he was going to struggle, and did, but he didn't lose that much. He's still third in points, only 9 points back, and now we're out of Dover.
And as we leave Dover, a tie atop the championship. Carl Edwards, Kevin Harvick with the same number of points. Harvick is the official championship leader. He's got more wins. Let's hear from him, Vince.
And Kevin finishes 10th today. Do you have a defining moment in this race today?
Man, we just struggled on 2 tires. I think all in all, we probably had a little bit better Rheem Chevrolet than that, but every time we put 2 tires on, I'd get tight for 4 or 5 laps and then just really lose up off. So just fighting for our lives there at the end, and we're able to salvage something out of the day.
And that's what you have to do to win this chase, isn't it? Salvage?
Yeah, and I mean, I enjoy coming to this racetrack, but it hasn't been a particularly good racetrack for us. So to come out of here with a decent day and salvage something out of it is what we have to do.
And he did indeed. Kevin Harvick, 10th today.
This gives us a chance to come full circle on something we talked about earlier today during Countdown, the driver-crew chief relationship. And coming into the day, we had said that the relationship between Steve Addington and Kurt Busch was a little bit strained. But we also said a win can heal all wounds. Is that the case?
Oh, I absolutely agree that a win cures all ills when it comes to any type of competition. And the thing we saw today that I really love is we didn't have a fuel mileage debate or have to figure it out. These guys got to race for the end, and Kurt Busch was wheeling that thing, and that's really healthy for that race.
Brad, you hit the nail on the head right there. We saw these guys run hard as they could all day long because we had no fuel mileage races. And this 22 car had a lot of horsepower. Really happy how the 48 car run too. But the 22 car has been a great handling car all year long, and they really got it together today. I was proud to see that. But the fuel mileage issue, out the window, we got to see the fastest cars run today.
Hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Jimmie Johnson also had another solid day for the 6th straight race at Dover. He led the most laps. He finished second, and we'll be honest, coming into the day, we had the conversation, this may be it for that team. Well, is maybe this day the turning point for them now?
I think it really got him back in the game and made a lot of us look stupid that thought that he was out of it. I will tell you that. I mean, the guy moved from 10th in the points all the way up to 5th right now, dominated, led 157 laps. Looked like the Jimmy of old, and so anybody that was doubting him, I got to tell you, I was doubting him a little bit.
Well, yeah, of course.
He proved us all wrong.
Oh, that's right. But once again, they got the race for it. If they get the race for it, this group, this 48 team, will be the team to beat. And that's what was fun today. The past few weeks of the fuel mileage issue creates the speculation because no one knows what's going to happen.
Right.
So we sit here and we're going to judge that. And that's fair on our part, but it's also unfair to the competitors.
Especially for that 48 team in Chicago. They had been running well
Yes,
all
they
day
had.
long, and like Jimmy Johnson pointed out, we ran out of fuel.
That's right.
The other driver to talk about is the guy who was leading the